All right, so we want to increase our club head speed. Today we're going to talk about doing that. There's a term out there that lots of golf coaches would use to help players increase club head speed, which is lag. And lag is basically saying that the hands are moving down towards the ball as the club head stays up here. Now, I think that's accurate. That's what's actually happening, but I think people can misinterpret that, and they try to leave the club head up forever, and they start getting this really narrow angle in here to try to increase their club head speed. Well, their club might be swinging faster, but now it's swinging out of control. They have no control over that club face. So what we talk about today is still going to give you control over the club face, but also increase your club head speed. So instead of the word lag, the word I like to use is angle retention, which we're going to talk about. So we're going to talk about 3 keys to increase your club head speed. Number 1 being angle retention. So we are not making this angle more narrow as we swing down. What we are doing is holding that angle down. Now, I've got a great image here that helps a lot of players. So you can do this at home, you can do this at the driving range. Basically, you're going to put an alignment stick down just outside your lead foot, and what you're going to do is you're going to feel like you're bringing the butt end of the club into the alignment stick there. All right, so now we're actually retaining my angles that I've created here at the top down into impact. Once I get to about here, gravity takes the club head down for me into impact. And actually, for a lot of players, we talk about how for them, feel and real are maybe not the same, but impact actually feels like this. A lot of players are not feeling that club head dropping down into impact. They're letting gravity do that for them. So key here is we don't need to actually unload the club manually. Gravity is going to do that for us. What we want to feel is we've got this door here. We're trying to break the club through the door. Then we'll let that club release in full speed. Gravity takes it down to the ground for me. So we apply that feel to a golf shot here. So again, we're trying to feel like that club is busting through a door there. We're going to apply that to this golf shot here. So I'm not going to worry about impact per se. What I am going to worry about is getting to here. And that is smoked right at the flag. I've got about 10 feet there. So really solid shot here from 170 yards. I couldn't ask for much better. So the second piece of increasing your club head speed has to do with increasing the amount of rotation you have in your body in the backswing. What we need to understand as we're doing this is that the hips, the ball and socket joints in the hips, are the turntable of our golf swing. We need to use those ball and socket joints to create our pivot into the backswing. The more we can pivot in the hips, the more the upper body can pivot, and we can create a nice long backswing. Well, here's a quick anatomy lesson on those ball and socket joints. So, ball and socket joint in the hip is directly connected to the femur bone, which runs down your leg. Your femur is actually half of your knee. So your knee and your hip are directly connected through the same bone. So if you want to turn your hips more, we've got to start to use the knee. The trail knee has to extend. Now the knee can extend and flex independent of the hip, but it's the extension of the knee that allows the hip to turn more. Now I've got this turn. Let's take that knee extension out of there. See how I lose my hip turn? Put the knee extension back in. The hip can turn nicely. Now I can make a nice full backswing, get a little bit more length. Now the club's got more time to build speed down into impact. All right, finally, the third piece today is going to be width. What is width, and specifically hand width? Well, here's a simple explanation. Wide, narrow. Now, I'm exaggerating here, but I teach a lot of players that tend to overfold this trail arm. The max we want to hinge the trail arm is 90 degrees. If you feel yourself getting past that, then you're getting very narrow in your backswing. Also, if you feel your lead arm pulling way across your chest, again, we're getting very narrow. There's no width here. If I can get that lead arm out away from my chest, increase some rotation, I've got a nice full turn, I've got some good width with my hands. Now I send the butt of the club through the door here, boom, lots of club head speed, and lo and behold, you're going to be hitting it with accuracy too. All right, so let's hit one more for you. Again, we got about 170 yards here. Just a nice, easy 7-iron. So good turn, nice width. We're gonna bust the butt of the club through the door towards the target. Good, just out to the right of the flag, about pin high, 25 feet. Another solid shot. And what's cool there is, you know, my effort, my strain levels felt really low. So this is nice and easy on my body. I'm producing lots of speed with ease. And I think that's super important. If you feel like you're having to work hard to create speed, there's something going wrong in your golf swing. So take these 3 tips today, try to apply them to your golf swing. Let me know in the comments below how it's going. Thanks, good luck.